Life can often feel like an endless ocean, can't it? No clear landmarks, just waves and winds that toss us about, leaving us with questions that seem to have no answers. In those moments, our hearts yearn for certainty, for control, for a map that can guide us through the storm. But here's the truth. Allah calls us to something deeper than mere certainty. He invites us to tawakkul, to trust. When we reflect on the words of Allah, and whoever puts their trust in Allah, then He alone is sufficient for them. We realize that sufficiency doesn't mean the absence of hardship. It means recognizing the presence of Allah in our struggles, as our protector, planner, and provider. It's about understanding that we are not our own saviors. Consider the Arctic Tern, a small seabird that embarks on one of the longest migrations on Earth, sometimes traveling over 44,000 miles. This little bird crosses vast oceans, braving storms, and returns to places it has never seen, guided by an instinct it cannot fully comprehend. In its journey, the tern reflects our own lives. It teaches us that even when we can't see the way, we can still move forward. Now let's talk about tawakkul. It's not about sitting back and doing nothing. It's about taking action while placing our trust in Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, illustrated this beautifully when he advised a man to tie his camel and then rely on Allah. We take the necessary steps, but we don't worship those steps. We plan, but we don't idolize our plans. We work hard, yet we understand that our efforts are not the ultimate cause of our success. The Arctic tern doesn't stay in its nest, waiting for food to appear. It takes flight, trusting that provision will come, even when it's not immediately visible. This is the essence of tawakkul. We strive for excellence, and then we release the outcomes to Allah, the one who truly controls them. In our lives, we often misinterpret setbacks as signs of failure or abandonment. A closed door feels like a verdict on our worth, and delays can spiral us into anxiety. But tawakkul invites us to reinterpret these storms. They are not signs of Allah's displeasure. They are part of the journey He has written for us. The Quran doesn't promise calm seas. It promises that Allah will be sufficient for us. Modern psychology echoes this wisdom. Uncertainty is a major source of stress, and when we don't know what's coming, our minds scramble for control. But tawakkul offers us something more stabilizing. It gives us meaning and a place to rest our burdens. When we say, Hasbi Allahu, we're not just reciting a phrase. We're training our hearts and minds to let go of the illusion of total control. This isn't just religious coping. It's a profound psychological resilience that allows our hearts to stand firm because they lean on the real. Perfectionism can often creep in, making us feel like everything depends on us. This belief can lead to shame, whispering that if we fail, we're finished. But tawakkul reassures us, if we stumble, we can return. Allah's mercy is vast, and His forgiveness is always within reach. The Quran reminds us not to despair of His mercy, for He forgives all sins. So how do we apply this teaching in our daily lives? First, we tie our camel, taking responsible action while releasing our hearts from the obsession with outcomes. We start our mornings with trust, like the birds, and we turn setbacks into opportunities for growth, rather than self-condemnation. We anchor ourselves with dhikr, the remembrance of Allah, allowing our hearts to find rest. We ask for guidance, and then move forward without demanding certainty. The Arctic tern, though small, crosses the world with a calm that puts our panic to shame. It doesn't see the entire route, but it trusts the guidance Allah has placed within it. And so it is with us. We are not required to see the whole future. We are called to walk toward Allah with obedience, to take responsible actions, and to place our hearts in His care. Tawakkul is not a way to avoid storms. It's the faith that helps us navigate through them, sometimes even finding the sacred within the struggle. Remember, and whoever puts their trust in Allah, then He alone is sufficient for them. Let this truth anchor your heart and guide your journey